Hello VC, The Waxed here, and in this video I found another new record store. New to me, not a new record store. It's a record store in Burbank, California called Atomic Records. Now, they've been closed pretty much the last 2 years because of the pandemic. But they recently opened back up, and I had never been there before. And boy, did I have a good time at this store. I have footage of me flipping through the bins that I'll add at the end of this video. But let's get started and show you the records that I was able to find. Now, if you know me, I'm the twofer guy. These jazz twofers, they're cheap, they're analog, and they sound great. So they had a ton of them, and I bought a lot of them. Not a ton. You'll see what I bought. This is a Prestige twofer, Early Bones. This is some very early 50s, kind of big bandish with J.J. Johnson, Cal Wining, and Benny Green. But there's also Sonny Rollins is on here, and John Lewis, and Jerry Mulligan, and Art Blakey. And it's a good record. I'm not such a big bandy kind of guy, but to have these players on here, it's something I like listening to and finding out more about. It's on this green label, early 70s, Prestige. Sounds great, and for $6-7 you can't go wrong with both of these. So I think these are more of a comp. Typically some of these might be albums that, like if you got the OGs, they'd be hundreds of dollars, but I believe most of the stuff on here is comped together and doesn't come from two separate albums. So next, if you know anything about my videos, I'm a big Gene Ammons fan. This is again an early 70s reissue. This album is a volume 2 of the Gene Ammons Jam Sessions. This is freaking amazing. Look who's on here: Donald Byrd, Art Farmer, Jackie McLean, one of my favorites, Mal Waldron, Doug Watkins, and Arthur Taylor. This is an amazing album. And I know to get an OG of this one, early 60s, is expensive. $7 in minty shape. If you go listen online to any of these albums, this one is awesome. Really, really just a jamming ass album. It's a jam session, so recommend it. Another guy that I don't have really any of, I think he might be a sideman on some albums I have, and I'm getting into, is Phil Woods. So you can't go wrong, especially, let me take this out of the sleeve to show you who else is on here. Again, you see the same people: Donald Byrd, Kenny Dorham, Philly Joe Jones, Gene Queel, Tommy Flanagan, Doug Watkins, who was on another album I just showed, and Teddy Kotick. This one is two separate albums, two Phil Woods albums, and they go for a lot of money, these two original ones. They say it here in these liner notes: Pairing Off is the one, and then Bird Feathers go for a lot of money. This is in mint condition, even this cover. It's a demonstration stamped cover. Awesome. This thing is just both these are a great listen. Again, if you go look up to find the OGs of this, lots of money. $7, you cannot go wrong for a nice analog mastered album. Okay, next. There's another twofer with Gil Evans, who I'm very familiar with, but I'm not so much about Tad Demeron. I do not know much about him. This particular Gil Evans album is going to be repressed as part of that Prestige Analog Productions 50. It's Gil Evans in 10. Awesome. Great sounding album. The Tad, and who's on the Gil Evans? Instead of me just butchering names, you can see here. And there's on the Tad album. So the Tad album was done in 53. And there's Benny Golson's on there, and Percy Heath and Philly Joe Jones. The Gil Evans was 57. But again, this was $5-6 for this twofer in minty condition. Great. I was very happy. I'll show my last twofer. That's one I've been, not a grail, but I've been searching for this one. First, I'll show this Sonny Sherrick. So Sonny Sherrick, there's an album of his, I think it was one of his last albums. He died kind of young, I think in the early 90s, that it came out on CD, and I missed it by like less than a year. The Vinyl Me Please, repressed it, Ages of something. Someone correct me. I'm not going to look it up right now. But I'm trying to get into him. He's an electric guitar player, but in the free jazz realm. Very rockin'. That album that I want to get, which goes for now like almost $200. Please repress it. Either Vinyl Me Please or someone else. But this is with his wife. This is a DJ promo copy. That's his wife. I believe it's his wife, Linda. Kind of Yoko Ono-ish on this album. It's not for everyone. It's sort of like free jazz meets a little disco, and she's howling on there, and you know, Ella Fitzgeralding Yoko Ono on this album. But very interesting. I want to get more into his stuff. So anybody know more about him, let me know. Interesting. Okay. This is the album I've been searching for a while, trying to get. It's, out of all the twofers, it has just jacked up in price. Like a year ago, I saw prices, like if you go and look at the history of how things sell, like on eBay, it was going for like $10. This mother goes for anywhere from $30 to $60. This Booker Irvin. I just did another video where I picked up a Booker Irvin. His stuff is not easy to find, especially the Blue Note. So out of all the twofers, Blue Note did this reissue series in the mid-70s that reissued a lot of albums that were never ever released. And has since, I think Music Matters put out a bunch of them. And those goes for crazy money. If you didn't buy them originally, you're talking $150, $200 and up. This I got there for $20, which I think since they reopened, they have not repriced their stuff, so I should say that. This is awesome. So both these albums have been reissued since. The first one on here is technically a Horace Parlan album that I believe Music Matters has put out. And obviously they were reissued after, this was 75, 76. And the other one was reissued as a Booker Irvin album, only on CD. So it's not even available on vinyl. This is really the only way you can get it. And it's these blue label, 70s Liberty labels. And these used to go for nothing compared to the OG Blue Notes. And now these, like I said, go for a lot of money. But these reissue series, you go out, I have a lot of the reissue series, a lot of them. Whenever I see them, I pick them up. Don't sleep on them. If you see most of the ones that are really good that have not been reissued are on this kind of textured, linen-y, tan covers. There's a bunch of other ones you might see that have sort of this multicolored splotchy look. Those are, I think, more compilations. So let's pull this out too, so you can see. Obviously, this is a cutout here, and in here there is Booker and the liner notes inside. And I took them out. I put them in rice paper. But here's the minty inner sleeves. I have this one. I have that one. I have this one. What else do I have? I have this one. And I have this one, Andrew Hill. I have this one. This is a good one because these are mainly Paul Chambers as a frontman, and they go for crazy money, the OGs of those. I don't have that one. But it's kind of cool that they have, on the inner sleeves there. So, cool. Sit back, relax. Again, if I miss something or you want to add something, leave them comment below. But relax and watch me flip through the bends. And until next time, the waxed out. I like your questions. I feel like those kind of questions, you get to know what someone's all about, and you can